Good morning, everyone. Larry at the Farmstead Way, and I just got doing a power day workout, and now I'm going to do my post-workout meal. This is what I normally eat every day, either after a workout or before I go to work. It's super simple, super easy, and I think it's something that anybody can do. It's high in protein, low in all the nasty stuff that you don't want to eat. And best of all, it'll keep you full through to lunch. One of the suckiest things you can do is eat a breakfast, and two things can happen. It can be some nasty garbage that keeps you full through lunch, and then you're not even hungry at lunch or dinner time because you ate some nasty gas station fast food rot gut and it's just sitting in your stomach. Or you eat something that's super light, trying to be super healthy, and you burn through it in like 2 hours, and it's 10 o'clock and lunch is at 11:30 and you're starving and you're trying to sneak snacks at work. So this meal just kind of covers all the bases. So what we're gonna be making is a omelet with cheese and a piece of homemade bread. Super simple. Let me show you how to do it. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is get some coffee going. So this is a Life Straw filtered pitcher with some water in it. Trying to filter out all them BPAs and crap. We're gonna make some coffee. Now, I need to get a French press, but this is all I got right now. And, oops. There goes the tea strainer, keeping this real. The type of coffee I drink: Seven Hills Coffee, Cincinnati, Ohio. Amazing stuff. This is the Fair Trade Organic Mexican blend, medium roast, Chiapas region. So, nope, wrong burner. I'm gonna fire that up and wait till the water boils, and then I'm going to pour the grounds in and stir it in. So, also another healthy thing, we only use stainless steel pans. I'm gonna show you how to make an omelet and not have it stick on stainless steel. Get a measuring cup out. Okay. These are local eggs we get from the Mennonites. I really want to improve our egg laying situation because I hate having to buy eggs. It's annoying. So I do 4 eggs, which makes for a pretty hearty meal. There you go, 4. Try to clean up as I cook. I don't want to leave a giant mess for my wife to have to clean up. I salt and pepper this first before I cook it. I know Gordon Ramsay says that if you do that, it makes it watery, but it seems to work for what I'm doing. I'm not making some bougie scrambled eggs. Making breakfast. All right, so I just use a fork. Now, sometimes when we make scrambled eggs, we'll use a immersion blender, and that helps to get rid of the egg whites, but I find that for some odd reason, it makes this such a smooth texture. No matter what you try to do to stop it from sticking, it doesn't, it always wants to stick to the pan, and it's kind of annoying. So I just use a fork. Did it pretty good. Let me go ahead and get this burning on 4. Now here's the next key: butter. Butter is your friend when it comes to this meal. I'm gonna be using some Blue Jacket Dairy roundhouse cheese today, because we're all out of the other stuff, and I can't go too crazy with it because it's technically my wife. So, cut this open. So I got about a 1 inch by 1 inch cube of butter. In it goes. Try try to let this melt down as much as I can. Now, the main thing is you need enough heat that this will start setting as soon as you dump it in. But if you use too much heat, then it scorches before you even can get to do anything. So once that butter's melted, I'll go ahead and dump this in. Like I said, this is the tricky part, because if you put it in too soon, then it doesn't start cooking instantly. You want it to start cooking and have a layer of cooked egg on the bottom before the rest of it starts to burn. And I like to pour in a circular motion. I think we got it. All right, so you should be able to move the whole thing and see it, not sticking. You see that right there? That means that there is a nice layer of egg on the bottom that has got butter between it and the pan. That means it's not going to stick. So, if I move the camera a little bit, once we're here, I can move it. I'm going to pull up the sides and let that raw egg run down, and I'm gonna keep shaking it. I'm gonna turn down the heat a little bit because a lot of the heat retains in the pan. Hopefully this cheese isn't too spicy. So I'm gonna try to keep pushing that raw egg mixture to the center. This is a pretty thick omelet, so if I don't push this all out to the edge, then it's going to be raw in the middle, which it doesn't really bug me that much. Lay some cheese in there. All right, time for the fun part. All right, so now we got our cheese in there. I'm gonna do my best to, there we go, get this flipped. Like I said, this is nothing super pretty. Now, I have tried and sometimes succeeded, most of the times failed, at doing a full-on pan flip to get this over on the other side. And I've ruined a lot of breakfasts that way. So what I try to do is I try to get the fold, see how it can slide around? The fold to my right hand, pour it in the pan, flip it over. And this will be the pan that I'm eating off of. Still, nothing's sticking. Let it go for a few minutes. Not a few minutes, geez, you'd have it burnt to a crisp. Maybe about 30 seconds. Probably at this point, you can turn the heat off because there's still a lot of residual heat in the pan, and if you leave it blasting, then you're going to burn everything. We're gonna go ahead and put this on the plate and check that out. Except for a little bit on the sides, nothing's stuck. All right, water's boiling. I normally have the scoop, but I put the scoop in a different coffee bag. We're gonna call that good. Dump the coffee grounds in. Take you a chopstick and kind of swirl it around. And I let that sit for a few minutes. All right, from this point, you can either do rice, potatoes, bread. I normally just try to eat what I have. I try to avoid bread if possible, but we make all of our own bread here. I don't buy anything from the store, so it doesn't have any of that stuff to enrich it and all the nasty crap. It really doesn't affect me all that much, and I'm not trying to be bare bones shredded lean, you know, decent, but I'm not, you know, ripped. So I'm gonna get me a slice of bread. Shout out to my awesome, amazing, hot, sexy wife, who's really good at making the baked goods. That's something I've never tried to do. I'm a decent cook, but baking is little outside of my scope of anything I want to try to accomplish. So I want to cut this piece of bread. I want to get her toasted up. Now I like to have a pretty thick slice of bread. I drive my wife crazy with that, but I don't want some tiny, tiny little piece of bread. I want something that's gonna hold me over until lunch. So the way I do this, more butter. Get a decent layer down, pull it out. Take this piece of bread, mop it up, let her toast, and then we'll put more butter down, flip it onto the other side. Someone grab me this coffee cup, which was made with lead-free glaze. You'd be amazed how much crap has lead in it still, especially pottery stuff. I'm gonna let this go for a few more minutes. Just kind of agitating the grounds. Like I said, this is really good coffee. Seven Hills out of Cincinnati, Ohio. I am not endorsed by them, but I drink the crap out of this stuff. It is really, really good quality, and I'd highly recommend it. If you go online, I'm sure you can order it. I'm gonna flip that over, put down the rest of this butter. Mop it up. Then stick this back in here. Go ahead and check it. And we're good. Take it and add it. And there you have it. You've got a really filling, pretty healthy blue-collar breakfast that anybody can do. I've done this exact meal at 5 o'clock in the morning before I had to go do factory work. It holds you over until lunch. So from 5:15 when I'm eating this, I'm full all the way to 11:30 when the boss calls us for go to lunch. High in protein, like I said, 4 eggs, cheese. You could switch out your carbohydrate based on your needs. If you want to have bread, have bread. If you want to have potatoes, potatoes. If you want to have rice, oatmeal. Just eat what helps you to feel the best. I'm not trying to be a professional bodybuilder. I'm just trying to be a in-shape dad. So I'm not trying to be lean and mean. And it tastes good. And it's what we have. I don't do any sort of protein shakes, post-workout aminos, creatines. I don't know enough about them. Their ingredients are normally really sketchy and they have weird side effects. So I'd rather just eat my protein and do my best to be healthy. So that is what I normally eat post-workout before meal. Like I said, this is something that every man can do. Instead of going to a gas station or hitting a fast food restaurant, just cook you some breakfast and be healthier. I'm gonna sit down and enjoy this, and I hope you all enjoy the video. If you guys wanna see more cooking videos or more of how we do stuff inside the house here at the Farmstead Way, just let me know. Like, share, subscribe, hype, and put some comments down. I love talking to you guys. It's been cool getting to chat with people all over the world. This is Larry with the Farmstead Way, and you all take it easy.